Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Dreo Smart Tower Fan. Dreo did send me the sample, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. Here's a look at the retail box and packaging. Everything looks great, simple and straightforward. This is a smart tower fan. So you'll see on the back side right here, we have a QR code you can scan to download the Dreo app for iOS and Android devices. They also have their customer service and contact information directly on the box. Now let's go ahead, let's open this up and see what's inside. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our product literature consisting of a full user guide and manual followed by a quick start guide. Then we have some company literature. Next, you'll see we have our Dreo remote control. We have our two stand pieces of the base right here. And then lastly, we have the tower fan itself with a really nice black and silver color scheme. You'll see that continue on to the front with the Dreo logo and branding. Then we have our control panel and all of our touch buttons up at the top. Now let's go ahead, let's get this set up. So refer to the quick start guide to install the base, but basically you're gonna take the two pieces here. They have slots and pegs, and you're gonna line them up. So just kind of twist in place. So it'll look just like that on the back side, right? So slots and pegs right there. Just line up and twist in place, and you'll see now we can just gently press to snap everything in place. So we now have the stand assembled right there. We can take the base stand and we're gonna feed our power cord and cable through this, just like this, get it all the way through. And you'll even see, take note on this stand, we can then fish the cord through either side so it's flush and underneath. And then we will attach this piece. So get it lined up, and then you'll see it'll just be able to slide down like that, and then it snaps right in place. So you'll hear that little clip and that snap, and you're all set and ready to go to now fish our cable through. And then you'll see the whole unit will stand upright and support itself. Well, we got that little wobble there because, again, we haven't fished our cable through technically, which is why that's what you want to do. So to look just like that, you'll see the cable right there fished through. And now when it stands upright, it'll be perfectly flat. Now let's plug it in and try it out. All right, so we have the fan plugged in. Let's power it on and we'll go over all the controls. So first up, you'll see once it illuminated, we have our different modes here, our fan speed, Wi-Fi indicator light. Let's start with the right-hand side. We have our timer, 0 all the way up, you'll see, to 8 hours. And then back to 0 if we want to turn the timer off. We also have our oscillation settings here. Just press it once to turn on and press it again to turn off. If you hold down the oscillation button for 5 seconds, that will reset and activate the Wi-Fi for you if you want to connect to the Dreo app. But take a look at that full oscillation here, and we can just turn it back off. Now we'll go to the other side. We have our fan speed adjustment. All the way up to 4 is our max setting there. And then we go back down to 1. And then on the other side, we have our mode option. Here's our eco, sleep. You'll notice in sleep settings, it just mutes it for us automatically. And then we have our auto option there, or we can go back to our just regular fan breeze little icon there. So that's going to be a quick look at all the settings that you get within this fan right from its built-in control panel. If you prefer, you can also control this fan with Dreo's app, available for free for iOS and Android devices. This is what the app's going to look like once you have your fan set up, where we can enter into our fan settings, turn it on directly from our phone. You'll see how responsive it is. Then we can view all of our control options here. Feel free to pause and read that over if you want to learn more about each setting. And we can choose them right there. We can adjust our fan speed all the way up to 4. Or back down to 1. We can toggle on oscillation as well here too. Illuminates just like it would if you're touching the control panel. And then further down, we can mute the fan if we want. We can turn the display auto off, on or off. And then we can adjust the temperature setting from Fahrenheit to Celsius if we prefer. We'll go back. You'll see we have a couple other options here. We can get to those same settings right below there. We can also turn our timer on up to 7 hours and 59 minutes. Then we have our temperature for the room. You'll see we can schedule this fan. So that's going to be a feature we unlock with the app. We can put it on a schedule. Choose when you want it to come on or off, and which days of the week, hour, and minute. So you can set it to your schedule. And then we have our device settings too. We can share this device with friends or family members. We can view FAQ section, troubleshooting, user manual, device information. We also have our voice control if you want to link this with Amazon or Google right from the app. Here's the commands you can do: on or off, change mode, change speed. You'll see turn on or off oscillation. And Google is going to be very similar: on or off, change mode, change speed, turn on or off oscillation. And then lastly, we can delete the device. So the Dreo app's very responsive, intuitive, easy to find exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you're wondering how quiet this fan is, at its lowest fan speed setting, you'll see that we peaked at 44 decibels. And at 4, the maximum fan speed setting, we peaked at 59.6 decibels for as loud as this fan gets. So now let me share with you my final thoughts in regards to this Dreo tower fan. There's a lot of different fans to choose from within Dreo's own lineup as well as the competition. It really comes down to a couple of key factors in my opinion. So you'll have to pick and choose what is most important to you and what do you need. So within like Dreo's own lineup, some of these fans are taller or shorter. They're more powerful or less powerful. You have different timer options: 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. You also have different fan speed settings: 4, 6, 8, you get the idea. Things like that, that's really what's going to differentiate some of these. Also, in this case, you get remote control and it's a smart fan. You can get some models that just have remote control that aren't smart. Some models don't even have remote control. Again, it really comes down to what your preference is. I like to have the remote control, especially if you keep this in a bedroom. So then you can just stay in your bed, turn it on or off. Same with the phone, you can do that. But the phone unlocks a couple more things once you get a smart fan like this. You can set up voice control for hands-free use, and you unlock that scheduling functionality. So if that's important to you, it's worth paying a premium for that feature. But if you don't care about that and you won't use it, typically I don't personally, then I'd recommend putting a couple more bucks in your wallet, saving that money for something else. But really comes down to, is it quiet? Does it oscillate? Is it powerful enough? For me, that's kind of the big three. So other than that, everything else is a bonus if it fits within my budget. But for you personally, that should be your checklist in the back of your mind. What should you be looking for? What will be good enough for you? But tower fans are great. You're going to want to have that oscillation to move more air around your room. This one's nice, quiet. I'd say it's more suitable for a smaller space than a larger space if you're thinking about like really extended master bedrooms, things like that. There's some better models from Dreo that are taller and more powerful. But for your standard typical size room, this one would be more than good enough in my opinion.